Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to War on the Sea, a new game out by Killerfish Games, the developers of Cold Waters and Atlantic Fleet. And in today's episode, we're playing episode number 48 in our Let's Play series as the Allies in Operation Watchtower, which is the Guadalcanal campaign. The war hasn't been going great for us. Port Moresby has been sort of about to fall for a while now. Meanwhile, Milne Bay is a major battle on the eastern tip of New Guinea. Guadalcanal is nowhere near in our control, and the Japanese have also landed on the Santa Cruz Islands, so they've been very much on the offensive. With that being said, the war has started to turn. The Japanese have lost an immense amount of shipping. I think they're down to like their last heavy cruiser or two. They've lost a couple of battleships, including the Yamato. Their surface fleet is melting away. Realistically, I think the Japanese would have abandoned the campaign by now, but in-game they haven't. So the naval war is definitely going on our side, while the land war has not been. The one good thing, and we started to see this last turn, is because the enemy navy's basically gone, we've been able to use some fast bombardment task forces, just as the Japanese historically did, to sneak into Guadalcanal and bombard the airfield there, basically into nothingness. I think they've got fighters that they can still send out, but no bombers. The airfield has been reduced from a level 5 down to a level 1, which is just like an airfield for fighters. It actually might be a level 0 right now. And as a result of that, and the result of the Japanese not yet deploying their carriers, we are now able to sit our surface action groups and our carriers all in the vicinity of Guadalcanal without any risk of land bomber attacks. The Japanese could send some tactical bombers from further up the Solomons down against us, but they cannot really hit us if we're deep in the slot right by where the Japanese need to drop supplies and reinforcements off. And in order to build the airfield back up, the Japanese do need to bring in new engineers and new fuel so they can pay to upgrade the field. So the AI kind of has unlimited cargo ships. They're very low on warships, and they're very low on air power. And as a result, I've had a surface action group sitting in the slot with some battleships, which wiped out a Japanese convoy last turn. A couple of turns back, or a couple of videos back, we wiped out some task forces with air groups. And we'll see a little bit more surface battles in this particular video, as well as some air attacks also. So I think this should be an interesting clip to see, what the Japanese try to do, and if we can continue to kind of butcher their supply transports that are trying to help Guadalcanal build back up. The good news is the Japanese really aren't going to be able to build Guadalcanal back up with the current situation as long as I can keep ships supplied with ammo and fuel in the slot. The bad news is that I don't have the land forces yet to launch a counterattack, and that's kind of where we find ourselves right now in our War on the Sea campaign, playing as the Allies in War on the Sea, Operation Watchtower. With that being said, this was taken from a live stream from a couple of weeks back now, actually, and so let's jump back into it. But we're starting at 5,000 yards, so the game threw us a little bit further out. Probably don't need to have every one of our ships fire on them, but it'll be fun. As long as you're not on one of those two Japanese ships. Send these guys to use HE. And then task force double back around them. Get going, boys. It's a competition to see who can sink the enemy quickest. Your side, or the mic sounds rough again? Your side? Yeah, I didn't change anything, so it shouldn't be my side. My mic is perfect. Perfect, I say. Okay. obliterate those destroyers here. Maybe it's more fun to watch the ships actually getting hit. Oh, they're shooting at my... Good, oh, how cute. They're shooting their... Oh, did they fire torpedoes? Oh, they're trying to fire torpedoes. I don't know that they've got the angle to get their torpedoes out. But they've got the torpedoes swung around like they're gonna fire once they've got a solution. We'll see if they live long enough. Oh my god. No wonder the game like freaked out on us last time. And this is with a fraction of as many ships. Oh boy. Rip. You're pretty low in the water there, boy. You got a problem? Boy, oh, your ship looks like it's in trouble. It's target practice, my lads. The Moami goes down first. Oh my god, she rolled over fast. I never see ships sink that fast in this game. She even capsized. We never get capsized. This guy's dead in the water. I don't think he's gotten any of his fish off either. Keep shooting, boys. Send her to the bottom. Oh, man. So, is this what the Battle of Surigao Strait was like? With much bigger ships? This one might take a little while to sink. Okay, then. Down she goes. All right. 900 tons and 2,100 tons. 6 more command points. Well, move the Death Star back up a little bit. I'm pretty confident we're still good on ammo. Looks like it. If they do build up the airfield, I'm right here to just bombard it right away. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Why did it just look like it put a circle around Meledia, but it still says 00, so... Carrier's coming north. Supplies on the way to Milne Bay. Let's go ahead and fast forward through the night. I don't think the enemy's going to show up with anything in the middle of the night here. It's so nice when they don't have any subs left, really, to do anything. It's like you're not getting stopped every 2 seconds for a sub attack. All right, can we unload these guys? Yep. All right, 2,000 more supplies just arrived at Milne Bay, which gives us just short of the 1-to-1 efficiency bonus. You get maximum efficiency when you get 1-to-1 supplies to troops. I can't turn it into a repair yard yet, warship. I need another 100 engineers. Yeah. So Renell needs 100 more engineers to be able to upgrade. That is the plan, though. Lino to bombard at this point would be kind of foolish because we would just use ammunition up. It doesn't actually hurt the enemy. The only thing that bombardments do is reduce the port or the airfield, and since all the airfields and ports down here are 0-0 anyway, it would just be a waste of ammo. What happened to the other enemy ships? I'll let you see. This is the Japanese Navy that has been sunk so far, boys. This is like in one of those, you know, year-end things for like a Hollywood award show where they show the list of the deceased at the end of the year. In memoriam. So far they've lost 106 ships, 709,000 tons, 370 aircraft. The Allies, on the other hand, have lost 26 ships for 158,000 tons and 298 aircraft. The bulk of the Allied losses have been merchant ships, actually. We've lost a couple of heavy cruisers. We lost, or at least one. We lost the Portland. We lost the Juno of the Atlanta class. Most of our losses were to air attack. Yes, this is the same game where I sank the Yamato. Yorktown almost, or Enterprise almost bought it. She took 3 torpedoes, but she managed to get back to harbor. The enemy does still have a navy. They still have at least one Musashi, or not one Musashi. They still have the Musashi. They still have the, they have one Musashi, and I think they have 2 Congos left. Or maybe 4. I want to say they've got either 4, 3. They've got 3 to 5 battleships left. They still have all their carriers. We haven't seen their 2 carriers yet. I don't think the game triggers the carriers until Guadalcanal falls to the Allies. But by the time that happens, the only thing they're going to have to escort the carriers with is destroyers, which will make air attacks on them so much easier. All right, let's go ahead and launch some aircraft from the Oklahoma City. Death Star. I mean, they could be hiding the carriers, but I've not seen the Japanese trigger the carriers yet. It'd be very bad for us if carriers suddenly like came down on top of the Death Star. Although I've got enough anti-aircraft there, I'd like to think we'd be okay. So we'll do that, and then let's have some of the aircraft in the Solomon Sea. I don't think I'm gonna do quite as hardcore a patrol arc. All right, I think that'll do. All right, another enemy merchant convoy spotted, huh? You really want to do this, boys? All right. Don't worry. I got you. Kingfisher spots another enemy task force down this way, huh? All right. Well, we're going to send the carriers up this way to deal with this task force up here, and we'll let the battleships deal with the close-in task force. Like, it doesn't want to trigger any of these battles anymore. I've got to manually click it. What is it? 2 destroyers? So it's the same exact makeup of the last task force. Yeah, 3 oilers per convoy. Don't worry, it's not like they've got any shortage of oilers. I'm sure Japan has plenty of tankers and oilers. Every convoy in the Japanese Navy can have it because the Japanese planned ahead for this war. They knew that they were going to need a ton of oilers. Hey, look, they're over there. They're a little bit further away this time. Or are they? I can't even tell. Lead ships, what are they? Well, this looks like another crappy oldie. So the guest, go ahead and target this boy. But what is she? Well, the first one here, this looks like another one of those classes we've been beating up on. Probably the Akazuki. Nope. It is... What? Why doesn't it look like the Akazuki? That's weird. Not the Akazuki. The Hatashuro, I think. Bach, you can fire on this number 2, which is a 2-stack oldie of some kind. She's not... They're even stacks, so it's not the Momi. It could be the Minakaze, except it's missing a torpedo tube there, so it's not the Minakaze. The Wakate... I think that's what it is. Nope. Stacks don't look quite right for that. It's probably the Kamikaze. No, but the torpedo tubes aren't right for the Kamikaze. The Mutsuki, I think, maybe? Looks right. Okay, so then back to the Oilers here. And the rest of these are going to be merchants. Whoops. Yeah, they're not really much further out. They're not inside 3,000 yards, but they're 5,000 yards out. They're also in, like, perfect firing position for us to just obliterate. You know what I want to do, guys? This may be evil. But if I hold, do they turn? They do. Okay, so I'm going to do this. We're going to do a task force wide salvo. How does that sound, boys? Okay, I forgot to do secondaries, so now we'll go back and do that. Okay, boys. We're going to wait to see all of our turrets are turned, and then we'll fire. All right, boys, task force is ready. All turrets aimed at their respective targets. 20% solutions feel a little bit low, but with this many barrels... Well, let's give it 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... They've angled their fish on this destroyer, but they haven't fired yet. They haven't started aiming those fish yet. Ships are ready. We've got about a 50% solution on these lead ships. I think that's good enough. Now I've got to go and issue everybody's individual orders to fire. All right. Task Force, fire on our signal. All ships to fire on our signal. All guns, primaries and secondaries. I don't even know how many tubes this is, but it's going to be a lot. It's probably going to make me laugh and enjoy it more than maybe you guys, but it'll be fun. Maybe we can sink these guys on one salvo. I'm just hoping they blow up or something. Yeah, if it was nighttime, this would be a light show for sure. All right, let's... Oh, the rear turrets couldn't bear. I don't think they're going to survive very long, Jim. She's already got a pretty good fire going here. More encoding issues. God damn it. There's just too many shells in flight. It's overwhelming the OBS. Oh my god. They're not dead yet. Oh, now they are. One of them's dead. This one's dead over here. Now they're both dead. I didn't see any fish get out. Decks awash, boys. Can you imagine? Like, if you're in this task force and you just see this gigantic battleship task force apparently teleport out of nowhere. Yeah, the Bennett has a fire going, whatever. Honestly, if I was I would just be like, all right, guys, we're going to raise the white flag. Let's just do that. How about we do that, guys? Let's raise the white flag. Anybody else agree? I know that we've got this whole culture of not surrendering, but this feels like a bad idea, guys. Let's just give up, okay? Strike the colors, lads. Let's forget about the damn secondaries. I'm spreading my fire out on this particular set of orders to hopefully just minimize how many more follow-up orders I've got to give. Death Star paying for itself rather quickly, yeah. All the smoke is gorgeous. I can see the shell splashes from here. Looks like our battleship might be on fire. Maybe it's the Oklahoma City beyond. It was a glorious sight. The enemy task force, alight. Spotting. How the hell are you supposed to see where your shells are landing? The Bennett is suffering some damage. Those are pretty high arc shots for being only 5,000 yards out. Charge! Well, you just got lit up by a salvo there. This oiler's dead. They're down. This guy's almost dead in the water. This one's listing heavily. This guy's doomed. I mean, they're all gonna die, but I don't know if I'm gonna have to issue another set of orders. One of the merchants is sinking. One of the ones the battleship was firing on. As soon as I tried to tell it to change its fire, and that enemy ship started sinking before I could. The battleship salvos are so pretty in this. I just love them. What is this guy doing? Is this just like bonsaiing over here? We will charge the enemy fleet and ram him. Carnage on the high seas. That's a good name for a title. Please, we give up. So this would be a Kobayashi Maru situation, right? Like if you're the Japanese. Did they all die yet? Yep, they did. That was easy. Well, when they don't shoot back. This is like clubbing baby seals. Might get a little bit boring after a while. A truly unwinnable scenario. The only scenario where that like is winnable is when you somehow like surrender and trick the Americans into bringing their battleships alongside your tankers and then you detonate your tankers. I don't think I'm low on shells at all. Still over 200 APs on the Washington, over 1,000 HEs, over 1,000 HE 16-inch shells on the North Carolina. These battles have all been so short we haven't had a chance to burn through our ammo. The Wichita's low on AP, I guess, but with what we're fighting, that doesn't even matter. All right, let's get our carrier up here with a chance to engage this other enemy task force. Otherwise, they're just going to go down the slot right into the path of, oh no, dive bombers! Well, I think it's a flight of 4, so I'm not too worried, guys. I honestly am questioning whether they'll even get their bombs off. Dive bomber! Enemy dive bomber! Sir, we spotted a dive bomber! Shut up, Jim. No one cares. This is the Death Star. Nothing can hurt us. Nothing improbable. Beaufort's crews, man your stations. Ah, yes. Come in on our broadside there, buddy. These Clevelands do their work. All right. Evacuate in our moment of triumph? I believe you estimate their chances. Come on, dive bombers. What are they, by the way? 4 vals? Just 4 vals. Can you imagine? Hey, guys, you got your targets. Attack that. Good luck. Maybe if they want to go for the exterior destroyers, maybe they'll have a chance here. But you can see we're already lobbing a pretty good amount of 5-inch shells up here at these guys. All the destroyers we have in the task forces are Fletchers, so they all have dual-purpose 5-inchers. They're going to go for that battleship in the center of the formation, which it kind of looks like is the direction they're headed. I guess, I don't know, I'm curious. This Cleveland doesn't seem to be doing a lot, or this Oklahoma City doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot. All right, first one's going down. Now it's getting real intense. I would hope we'd get more. Seriously, guys? Oh, they're level bombing. God damn it. Hard over. It's too late. Oh, we took some damage. Minor damage. And all of them except for one so far have gotten shot down. By the way, apparently my computer cannot handle streaming this game with full task forces. There's just too many projectiles in the air. He's gonna make it. He's gonna get away. Maybe. He's still flying through quite a bit of flak. That rear gunner did not survive, though. I don't care what that little image of him looks like. He's dead as fuck. All that shrapnel in the air, dude's a goner. He's not fine. All right, North Carolina, you're on fire. Minor damage, minor flooding. Task force, slow you down. Make turns for 2 knots. You should slow down, shouldn't you? Slow down, battleship. Slow down. We need to put the fires out. We don't want the wind over the ship to fan the flames. This guy is gonna get so drunk. He's definitely gonna report to high command. He's gonna be like, guys, I personally saw the North Carolina sink. We put 3 bombs in her and her magazine exploded. Should have had an Atlanta. Maybe, Junior, maybe. We had 2 Clevelands. Those are pretty damn good. Wait, did they put the fires out? Oh no, it was the Washington who got hit, actually. My bad. Minor damage, everything's being repaired. This integrity of this hull is 21, so it will be in... I mean, the ship is weaker generally. It looks like they did a little bit of damage to one of our torpedo or one of our exterior sections of the hull. Did very minor damage to 2 engineering compartments. But then they did do serious damage to this compartment here. But actually, it looks like they repair these guys to original if they're yellow. I don't know if a red gets repaired if you do a second repair. So they stop the fire. What happens when you get rid of the engineering icon? Does this integrity go back up to 21? Or do we get it back literally to full strength? Oh, sweet. So if I just wait, it's going to be back to 100%, I think. I think the integrity, it's just like 3 layers of repair, and it's back to good as new. Watch, the Japanese have a submarine lane and wait. Boop. It's like we never even got hit by a bomb. Hell yeah, brother. Minor damage doesn't even matter. Well, good to know. I guess maybe Shortlands is not something I just want to ignore. So let's pull the Death Star back to be closer to Guadalcanal. Carriers are going to race north. I'm not sure they're going to get in position to launch the aircraft in daylight. Other enemy float planes to the north. 2 destroyers heading down the slot. Good luck, boys. Ooh, I want to fight that. I want to fight that. I want to fight that. 1 heavy cruiser. Oh, yeah. Let's do that. That looks fun. All right. You're going to swing around this island and head north. Go engage that task force. Carriers, keep heading this way. We'll send another flight of recon out at about 1300 hours. All right. Washington lost her starboard secondaries? Whatever. Not too worried about that. Let's go ahead and send out some Wildcats. All right, there you have it, folks. We're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here. We did manage to wipe out more Japanese shipping that was trying to make it to Guadalcanal, but the Japanese were able to launch some dive bombers, which just decided to do level bombing against our surface task force and do some damage. I don't think a lot, but they did do some damage to our battleships there to maybe try and push them out of the slot so they can bring their own reinforcements down and begin the process of building Guadalcanal back up. We'll see if that has any real appreciable effect, however, in our next video. Until our next video, as always, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching these videos, for continuing to support the channel. I hope you guys enjoy them. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments. And until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'm out.